After what Brazil did to Peru in the group phase, beating them 5-0, I thought Peru was done. I thought it was over. I thought it was done for them, seriously. But no, Peru are in the finals of the 2019 Copa America. Do you guys believe this? And when you really look back at it, Peru has not played so badly at the tournament. They have not. Because the only real bad game Peru had was against Brazil. It was like they had a meltdown in that game. They were just played off the park in that game. But in the other games, they have been unbeaten. They defeated Bolivia. They drew to Venezuela. They went to the quarterfinals and defeated Uruguay of all teams. Like, guys, could you believe that? Defeating Uruguay in a penalty shootout. And then they go on to the semifinal to completely outplay Chile 3-0. Peru has not been bad at the tournament. That 5-0 loss really tarnished their Copa America. It basically tainted their performances. But now they will have a chance for redemption. They have a chance at redemption against this very good Brazilian team who has not yet conceded a goal at the tournament. It's crazy. It's crazy. No goals conceded, and they have basically blown everyone away, with the exception of Venezuela, man. Venezuela, the only team, and Paraguay in the quarterfinal. They didn't score against Paraguay. They had to come through a penalty shootout. But in the other games, they were convincing. They were rather convincing. They got the results they needed. But facing Peru again, it could be one of two things. They're going to completely blow them away again, or we're going to see Peru grind out a result. Maybe a 0-0. And end up taking the game to penalties and coming out victors. Peru has not won the Copa America since 1975, the days of Teofilo Cubillas, their golden days. And we consider this as Peru's golden days again, because they did not qualify for the World Cup since 1982, and they did so in 2018 under Ricardo Gareca, and they're now in the Copa America final once again. Could this be Peru's year? They have definitely been the dark horses at the tournament. And guys, remember, Brazil last won the Copa America in 2007 when they defeated Argentina in the tournament that was hosted by Venezuela. They have won every Copa America tournament they hosted, and they're on course to do so once again. And they will fancy their chances against Peru. Definitely, Tite's men will fancy their chances against Peru. I really like the way Brazil is set up. They're well drilled defensively. In the middle of the field, they are compact, and going forward, they are deadly. In the center and on the wings, they're deadly. They could punish you in all departments. You have Dani Alves going forward, showing that age ain't nothing but a number, and he just bamboozling players, making them look silly. The left back, they have Felipe Luis and Alexandro. The defense, Marquinhos, Thiago Silva. Marquinhos went off with a niggle in the last game, but Miranda came on and he was resolute. But Miranda and Thiago Silva, they are up there in age. Maybe that's something that Peru can exploit. Maybe that's a weak spot for Brazil, but it hasn't proven to be so far at the tournament. Alisson in goal has not yet been breached. Hardly been really tested. Hardly. He hasn't really been so busy in goal. Where Brazil is definitely dangerous is on the break, on the counter, with Gabriel Jesus, Everton, Suarez on the wings, Roberto Firmino as well. And they have weapons coming off the bench. Willian has been very good coming off the bench, but I think he has an injury problem. But there's always David Neres, there's Richarlison, there's Lucas Paqueta. All these guys could come off the bench to punish Peru. So the final is definitely in Brazil's favor. They're favorites to go on to win it. But Peru might want to have something else to say about that, because they have been very good, as I said earlier. And only that 5-0 thrashing at the hands of Brazil has made them look kind of bad at this tournament. But other than that, they have been very, very good. For Peru, standout player by far, the goalkeeper Pedro Gallardo. And for him to bounce back from that horror show against Brazil, when he even made a stupid error, kicked the ball onto Firmino, and it resulted in a goal, and a few more silly things he did in that game, he has bounced back greatly so far. That big save against Uruguay in the penalty shootout, and a lot in the game. And against Chile, he was really, really good. He kept Peru in the game for 90 minutes as they kept scoring and ended up with 3 goals. Chile could have scored, but Pedro Gallardo was equal to the task, and he has been Peru's best player so far at the tournament. Andre Correa in the last game versus Chile was also really good. He was involved in the first 2 goals, and I think he played really, really well. He's deadly on the wings, and that's something he may want to use against Brazil. You have to use that against Brazil. You have to try to counter against a Brazilian team who can be very adventurous. Renato Tapia has also been very solid in midfield. Yoshimar Yutun has looked solid throughout the tournament. Cueva and Flores has also been solid. Their defense in Chaco, Abram, Zambrano, and Advincula has been very, very resolute. Well, not against Brazil though. They were played off the park. They must still be having nightmares of that game. Or maybe they have forgotten about it since they got past Uruguay and Chile. But the man who has stood tall for Peru has to be Paulo Guerrero, man. At 35 years old, the drama he went through before the World Cup, and he's back playing for his national team. He has been an awesome captain, and he has came up with the goods so far at the 2019 Copa America. He knows Brazil very well. That's where he plays his football. He would have played against a lot of these players on multiple occasions. So maybe Paulo Guerrero could use his know-how of the conditions and of the players to punish Brazil. Peru will look to play a defensive game. Who knows, maybe even park the bus and try to break on the counter. But I don't think they're going to be overly adventurous against this Brazilian team who can punish you, and you could end up losing the game within the first 30 minutes. So I don't think they're going to take that approach. They're going to try to be compact at the back, stopping the crossing lines in the midfield. They have to play Everton Suarez out of the game if he starts. And they have to track Roberto Firmino and Gabriel Jesus very well. I'm telling you, Brazil have so many ways to punish you. So many ways. And defensively, they are set up very, very well with Casemiro and Arthur just above the defense to do the dirty work in midfield. So I think it's going to be a very scrappy battle. It's going to be a physical one. Peru are not going to come out there to lay down and get beaten again. It's going to be a very close contest. But in the end, I think Brazil are going to come out winners here. Will it go to 120 minutes and then go on to penalties? This is quite possible. It's quite possible. And if it does go to 120 minutes, I think that's Peru's best chance of defeating this Brazilian team in a penalty shootout, with Gallardo making up for his errors that he made in the first encounter during the group phase. But ultimately, from the beginning, I did say that Brazil will go on to win the 2019 Copa America tournament, and I'm going to stick with that and say Brazil defeats Peru, and I'm going to say within 90 minutes. I'm going to say a 2-0 win. Brazil completes the tournament without conceding a single goal. What do you guys think? I want you to let me know in the comment section down below. I'm not writing Peru off at all. They could definitely go on to win this tournament. I wrote them off in the quarters. I wrote them off in the semis. And I'm writing them off again in the final. And so far, they have proven me wrong every time. Will they do it for a third time? It's just left to be seen. just left to be seen. But guys, I just wanted to give my brief thoughts on the Copa America final. I want you to let me know yours in the comment section down below. If you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button, smash the thumbs up button, and until next time, I like to say peace out. Rich squad. So it seems like Brazil might actually do this thing without Neymar. Very interesting though, seriously. A lot of people thought without Neymar they couldn't do it, but it seems like they're gonna do the job without their star man.